How's it going, guys? Ian Wilfert, 7 Gables Real Estate here. Just wanted to shoot a quick video about a property that we have for sale. As you can see, it's right across the street from a park, but let's get back out there so I can show you the front side. All right. And you can kind of see we already have people coming through our open house, but it's pretty unique. We have 3-car garage and then a covered carport. So really, you could park 4 cars across the way and then 4 cars across your driveway. That's 8 cars. Plus, of course, the parking here and across the way to the park. Now you can see the park is pretty expansive. It's perfect if you have little kids or a dog or anything like that. You know, just a place to walk. But it also gives a really nice private neighborhood feel to the home, and you get a view from 2 of the bedrooms over to the park, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. Let's take a little better look here at this carport. That door right there, that goes to the garage. But a lot of people have talked to me about removing this cover and putting your RV here. So if you're somebody who has a boat or an RV, I think this would be perfect because a lot of times people are looking for corner cul-de-sac lots to do that in because they need that extra space. But we just kind of have a unique thing going on here with this extra parking. I think we're the only one in this neighborhood that has that. So it is a big draw for a lot of people. Let's go ahead and walk up. Now, in the process of getting this home listed, we actually put in the mulch and the flowers. I think it does a really good job of showing it pretty well. Here, let's get a better view of it. Now, isn't that a pretty picture where the front entry? So, let's take a walk up. Now, this home has that, you know, a vintage sheen, I guess you could say. This was built in the 60s, and it's definitely pretty obvious that it was. So as we're walking up here, sorry, I had to cut that. There's some people walking out, and I'm sure I wouldn't want to get my face blasted all over a video either. So when you walk in, you got the stairs here. Let's put it into 0.5 so you get a better idea. And we got the original wallpaper. Grandma's couch, the floral couch. And isn't this interesting? The couch matches the runner across the top. I think that's really cute. But I really love when you look out this way. Doesn't this just look like a one of those Americana photos where you have the grandma putting out the Thanksgiving turkey? You know, I think that this home is just exactly what those were posted after. Now, these inserts here on both sides of the wall, they're actually custom made by the seller. I think they do a lot for the space. Of course, the person who comes in here is probably going to do quite a bit of work, and those probably won't survive that. But they are cool to see. It's definitely a figment of the past, you know. So we're walking through. Here's the kitchen. You can see it's going to need a little bit of updating, but you know, for what I like about this is that it's all livable. Realistically, you can come here, you can come and move your stuff in, you can cook your dinner and cook your breakfast. You're going to be okay. But over time, you can do these upgrades, like say, you know, taking this drop ceiling and turning to recessed lights, or changing the backsplash, or changing the countertop. Those are all things that I can send people your way for and make their life a little bit easier. Now, this entertainment area is a little bit intimidating to me when I look at it. It's pretty big. One thing I imagine is like right here, maybe it's probably like a family portrait, one of those really serious, you know, 60s ones where the dad's all angry on a couch. And I feel like he'd be glaring at me while I'm making dinner. I don't imagine that I would keep this, but I could see why somebody would if they refinished it, maybe. But let's take a look at the backyard. Now, this home, oh, you guys did not see that. I did not walk into a screen. Here's the backyard. Now, we do have a pool, which is great. It has the cover. If I owned this place, I'd be making some pretty good use of it right now. It's been 80 degrees, and for SoCal, that's pretty warm for me. So we got the owl. You can have the owl if you buy the place. It scares away the ducks and whatnot, but it apparently didn't scare away the floatie. It's staying with the home as well. Let's take a walk back inside, this time not hitting the screen. Another interesting characteristic here, we got the wet bar. How's it going, guys? You can see the cork wall here, definitely interesting. I'm sure somebody's gonna do something cool with that. Now, one thing that I think is really cool that we don't see a lot of the time, at least in the homes that were built around the same era as this in the 60s, is an inside laundry room. I mean, it's got some really characteristic wallpaper here, but it's nice not to have to go into your garage to grab your laundry or the drying stuff. Speaking of the garage, let's Speaking of the garage, let's take a look inside. So this is the 3-car garage. From the inside, you can see they kind of turned this area into a workspace of sorts, but it's definitely ready for 3 cars. Of course, out there is the carport. So downstairs is 1 bathroom. You can see it here. Again, more wallpaper, more character. 1 little toilet. But let's go ahead and head up the stairs now. Now these carpets are an interesting story. They were actually the original carpets, but you can't tell because we had a cleaner come through and really put some work into this. You'd be surprised how much water they pump into this to clean out all that stuff. But it looks really new. I mean, that's why we have the booties here. That's why I'm in socks, to ensure it stays clean. You know, maybe someone will use it, maybe they won't. Who knows? So here's the stairs. Now there are 4 bedrooms upstairs here. This home is almost 2,400 square feet. One thing that you probably can't tell on video, but that I'm enjoying, is our AC. It's pretty warm out. We have the AC pumping. Not every home in this neighborhood has that, so it's really nice. So this is the primary. You got a his and hers lamp. That's always great. Now you do have a great walk-in closet, which I do love. Lots of space. His and hers, or hers and hers, depending who you are. Hi again, guys. TV. A view of the neighbor's pool. Howdy, neighbor. Bathroom here. Cool vanities. Nice. And again, I know a lot of people are just going to rip this stuff out, but it is really interesting to look at, in my opinion, you know. Now here's bedroom number 2. A little bit on the smaller side compared to the others, but check this out. View of the park. That's pretty nice. I think this would be great for a kid's bedroom or maybe an office space. There's me again, guys. Why don't we take a look at the hallway bathroom since we're walking up? Another shower, toilet here. Again, people are probably going to change this countertop and they're probably going to repaint, you know. But again, just kind of looking through. Now what's cool is the next 2 bedrooms we see are both going to have walk-in closets, which is kind of a huge bonus. I mean, look how big this is. It's almost bigger than the primary's walk-in. It's kind of crazy, huh? And of course, another view of the park. You know, it's not much of a view, but again, it's better than just staring at houses. It's something to look at. And then here's bedroom number 4. And again, another walk-in closet. That's pretty nice. But overall, I think this is going to be sweet for 2 different kinds of people. Somebody who's going to come in and redo the whole thing, or somebody who's going to come in and upgrade over time, because this is livable. We made sure it was clean, made sure that it was ready. You know, the furniture can stay with the home. It's grandma approved, as you can see. Maybe I'll just stop and have this be our shot while we're talking through this a little bit. But we're currently listed at 1.5, and the most recent done-up version of this home went for 1.65. So I think we're kind of where we need to be. But if you're looking for a place in Westminster or in Huntington Beach, definitely feel free to shoot me a message and we can kind of into a property like this before it reaches the point where we have people walking through open houses and me shooting videos about it. All right, I'll see you guys. You know what I realized you guys might want to see also is a better look at the park here. I just took a walk across the street and you can see how much green we have going on here. You know, this is enough space. You can take your dog off the leash, sprint around. Depends if you're a baseball player or not, but you shouldn't be able to throw your ball all the way across this, which is nice. Got the gazebo, got the park out over there. You see the swings. Yep. Just overall a nice neighborhood community park. I mean, I could see when you guys move in here throwing a housewarming party and setting up tables and, you know, having that stereotypical family lunch where you got the half a watermelon and the piñata. And look, you know, if you guys buy this house from this video, I'll hire a Spider-Man impersonator to come show up to the party, make it a real party for you guys. If you made it to this part in the video, make a comment about that. Maybe we can work something out, okay?